The president of the Portland Police Association has resigned after the PPA says he made a serious mistake connected to a recent investigation that was falsely linked to City Commissioner Joanne Hardesty.
Fox 12's Bridget Chavez has been following this story all night long. Bridget, do we know yet what exactly that mistake was?
No, we don't. The Portland Police Association would not provide us with any more information other than what they released this afternoon. But Mayor Ted Wheeler and Commissioner Hardesty are demanding answers.
Portland Police Association President Brian Hunziker has resigned from his position after making, quote, a serious mistake related to an investigation that initially falsely accused City Commissioner Joanne Hardesty of being involved in a hit and run. In a statement, the PPA says in part, quote, Brian's mistake was not driven by malice, but it was a serious mistake. He held himself to account by resigning his position as PPA president effective immediately. The PPA would not provide further information as to what the mistake was, but did apologize and says they will be reaching out to meet with the commissioner. This all goes back to March 4th when Portland police say they were investigating a hit and run crash in which Hardesty was falsely accused of being the driver. Hardesty was later ruled out as a suspect. The commissioner says she believes the claim was a coordinated smear campaign against her and says she hoped Portland police would investigate the allegations. The PPA president Hunziker then fired back online, saying that Portland police were inadequately staffed and that it was unconscionable for the mayor to prioritize a case of mistaken identity over the legitimate community concerns like nightly shootings. Again, the PPA has not said what mistake Hunziker made before resigning, and city leaders also want clarification. Commissioner Hardesty released a statement saying in part, quote, at the moment, I know nothing more than any other member of the public does. I do know that Mayor Wheeler and I agreed that the scope of the impending outside investigation into the Portland Police Bureau will not only get to the bottom of this specific politically motivated leak, but will also look into potential political and racial bias, as well as the potential ties to white supremacists within the Portland Police Bureau. Mayor Ted Wheeler also demanding answers from the PPA, saying, I appreciate the association's call for accountability, but his resignation raises significant questions that remain unanswered. I have called for an internal investigation to clarify the circumstances. While I appreciate Mr. Hunziker's self-described act of accountability, I demand he give a full and transparent accounting of what he did and what his motivations were to Commissioner Hardesty and to the public. I call on him to do so immediately. The PPA has asked Darryl Turner to return as executive director for now to help rebuild trust.
We also reached back out to Commissioner Hardesty's office specifically to clarify what she meant in that statement about investigating potential racial bias and political bias within the department, as well as ties to white supremacy. Reporting live in Northwest Portland, Bridget Chavez, Fox 12 Oregon.